Oh, what's this? Nah, it's the wall. I think that's what's throwing me off, is because the other one looks like that, so I'm just thinking like all the other ones look like it. Okay, because I think I was on the ground here. Because I think I was on Palladius. Okay, so that's probably a good idea to stay close to the bottom, because I think that's where I was. Because I think I was on Palladius. I think I was running around over here. And I think I was like running around here. Went, ooh, chest. Pick it up. Hmm. I don't know. Anyway, this will be a much shorter session than what we're used to. I apologize for that, but literally I just wanted to do the fabric thing just so I can actually go do the hard mode whenever I can get a hold of it, kind of thing. I could be able to farm the Hexalite stuff. Actually, you know what? Where is the closest fast travel thing? Over here, okay. Alright, we're gonna go head over here. Oh. Let's see here. Let's go back to base. Because a Gatling gun should be done now. Should have been way done by now. Yeah. Okay. I can figure out how much that advanced bow costs. That's armor. Okay. Oh. Wait. What? That's armor. Okay, that was weird. Okay. Advanced bow 4. That's what we're looking for here. Okay. What does this one cost in terms of Hexalite stuff? It costs 229. Alright. So if we go replace this with the normal roof, and you guys go make a bunch of this stuff, 252, I think that's all I needed. Yeah. Alright, and I just have, like, what, 1 chromite on me? Or did they just not take my chromite before, for whatever reason? I don't know. Anyway. Please do that. I want a bow, and I want it now. Alright, so looks like we're so far that's actually pretty good. Alright, let's see here. Okay, what do I have in terms of hexalite? In here, I only have 60 in here. Oh my god, I drained my carbon fiber. That's actually kind of funny, though, because I think I had, like, 2 stacks of... And it actually started draining some. That's actually pretty good. Okay, I should have... I need Nightstar sand? Hold up. Hold up, you guys deal with that. I have an idea for this. Okay, I don't know how much I needed. I didn't really check. But it's good that it's nighttime and that we have double, I think it's like double the amount of time for night. So that's good. Because in order to get Nightstar sand the fast and quickest way, it needs to be night, and you go by the sandy coastline. Would you look at that? Nightstar sand. Yeah, I think the one thing that I kind of want to do is kind of learn how to make mods for the server kind of thing in particular, because I would love to know how to make the base area thing. And I kind of am curious if you can actually change different statistics on Alpha, like every like weapon and armor kind of thing. Like obviously I would make like god tier armor if possible kind of thing, but make it like be a very heavy cost kind of thing. So like make it so that like it costs like 10,000 hexalite to make the armor itself, but the armor does so much for you, right? Like it causes you to have like so much HP and so much protection, so much defense, and it gives you like maximum carry capacity and all that stuff. Like that would be amazing to do. But of course I already know that I'm going to get a bunch of comments telling me that like you made an armor so broken that it makes the game literally unplayable. I already know that I'm going to get those kinds of things. I think I got one... Was it for one of my Oblivion ones? Or was it for a Nehru one? I can't remember what it was. But I got one specifically saying like, oh, you're not playing the game like normally kind of thing because you're using these like mods kind of thing. And I'm just like, okay, for Nehru, there's only like one mod that I'm using that's not a part of the game from Steam. And it's from my... And it's like, it's one that I made specifically for Oblivion. Like, there's not too many things broken with it. And you know what the funny part is about that armor that was for Nehru? It's weaker than the Oblivion one. Like, the spells were the weakest form that they could have been in. And the armor itself... I think the enchantments were the nerfed versions, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they only boosted, like, every attribute by 75, I think, and all the skills by 25, instead of, like, the broken, I think, at the time, which was, like, 100 and, like, 225, I think, or something like that, for the attributes. And, like, 225 or 125, I think, for all the skills. Yeah. And you're telling me that that armor was broken kind of thing? It wasn't nearly as broken as what it could have been. That's the thing. And the thing is that, like, I could have juiced it. Like, I could have made it even stronger than what it was. And I held back because when I played Nehru with my god armor, I found that a lot of the things were broken. And this is not playing, like, Nehru from Steam. No, this was from a mod that tried to add Nehru as if it was like a separate mod that you can install. Sort of like how Armageddon and Heart of the Swarm kind of... Not Heart of the Swarm. Heart of the Dead kind of thing was. Like, that's the kind of thing, though, that you have to remember, though. Like, I first played it when it was like that, when I was still running off of, like, Oblivion kind of thing. So I've already done all the testing and all that stuff, and I found out what I would have, like, desperately needed. on. There you go. Perfect. But again, though, like I could have made it much worse, but then I chose a lot of restraint for it. But the better restraint would have been that I never applied the mod at all, which you'd be correct. Yes, that would be the best restraint ever, to not have the Dark King's armor, though. But I even gave myself restrictions, even when the mod was installed, that every time I would finish a quest kind of thing, depending on how long and how difficult it was, it would give me some uses of the armor itself. And lo and behold, I didn't abuse the armor in any way, shape, or form. I still went through the game without it. You know what I could have done? I could have made sure that I went to the same level of progress I did before with the armor, which would have completed many of the side, which would have completed about, like, I think 98% of the side quests, and only, like, I want to say that was about half of the main quests with just the armor itself. That's what I could have done, just so that would, though, like, I would be able to experience all of the quests. But I didn't choose that, did I? I chose to play the game as I would with Oblivion, but I chose to have, like with restraint, and I even chose that with the Oblivion modded playthrough. The only difference is that with the Oblivion modded playthrough, though, it was a bit easier because I knew a lot of mods that would have been able to be very beneficial. Like Bladesong. Bladesong had a companion mod, which was an amazing companion. Tesseraisen was an amazing companion to have. Tesseraisen doesn't allow you to babysit her equipment because she'll repair it for herself. I don't know about recharging. I don't think I've ever found out about that. But she'll repair her armor and weapons for herself, kind of thing, which was amazing because you didn't want to babysit that kind of stuff, though. Oh, no, no, no. You didn't want to do that. And what was the other one as well? Oh, with Cat. Yeah, Cat as well. Perfect. Two good companions. I was able to run around with and not have to worry about anything on the field, kind of thing. Like, I could have let Cat and Tess deal with every enemy. I was still getting experience. Not a lot of experience, but I was still getting experience. And I find that, like, both with Enderal and with, with Nehrim, I felt like the game was sort of designed for you to have companions throughout the whole thing, because it kind of felt like there was random difficulty spikes, or it would randomly tell you to go to a random high difficulty area, and it would kind of tell you, okay, we want you to go through this one area that has a lot of overpowered enemies for your level. Have fun. And it's like, what? It's like, yeah, we want you to go to this level 30 area, but I'm like level 20. Yeah, you should be fine so long as you're perfectly kitted. It's like you think I'm well on my way to deal with this area. Yeah, you should be fine. Pff, I've seen level 1s handle it, kind of deal. It's like that's pretty much what the game kind of was like insinuating, kind of thing. Like, it was kind of like forcing you to understand that. It's like, yeah, you can totally do it. Are you sure about that? Because I don't think that at all. I think that's like the most dumbest way of putting it down for anybody, kind of thing. But that's how I felt about Nehrim, though. That and the story, oh my god, the story was... I don't want to go too much into the story, though, but like, oh my word, I don't know if it was just the way that the person that I was watching that finished it, like how they went through the story and how they were talking like over the story kind of thing and how they were understanding the story. I don't know if they didn't truly like were dived into the story nearly as much as I was. But when I was playing Nehrim, oh my word, I was all up for the story until I think a very crucial point near the end where I had a very weird epiphany about how the character was like acting. And I was like, this kind of sounds very strange. Like, why is he acting like this? And then all of a sudden he started really being very dislikable. And then it kept going down. hill from there. So that happened. I don't know. It's not that I didn't mind the main character nearly as much. It just didn't seem like he was that much well needed. Like, if you were to say that the main character was you the entire time, like, you're the one that did it all kind of thing, and that it turns out you weren't the main hero, somebody else was. Oh, by the way, yeah, I finished the thing here. I needed to make the pal pods. And then I was able to, like, finish everything else. I don't know